Gonna try and get 3 each side. So for the first exercise for today, starting off with alternating tricep pushdowns. This is more of like a warm-up movement than like I don't know. Okay, so the way I would say I structure my workouts is there's probably some initial component that's involved in like just getting the blood flowing, my gears revved up, getting blood into muscles, feeling like I'm working out, breaking a sweat, so to say. And then there's usually at least 2 or 3 components which are pretty challenging, and sometimes more than that, but usually at least those 2 or 3 components. And that makes me feel, super exhausted. So, at least right now, I warmed up with backwards walking and some lateral walking as well. And now I'm into the tricep extensions and arms, which at least I don't personally consider these movements super taxing, especially given what I do most of the time for my other workouts. But doing arms to me isn't particularly taxing, and since the arms are utilized in pretty much most movements, at least even to like hold the weight, it's usually a nice superset or a nice biceps triceps superset. It's something that I like to use to warm up. That being said, I'm not doing super easy. I'm challenging myself with the weight, but not too much. I don't know. At least right now, my mind is saying challenge myself with sled, but that could change. So for what I'm gonna call the challenging portion, I guess, of the workout. So essentially, whatever I consider challenging is like something that gets my heart rate going super high, or that's like close to maximal effort on weightlifting. But this is more on the cardiovascular side. So starting off with standard reverse sled. Even though I did backwards walking, I like to do reverse sled to add more load than what's possible on the backwards treadmill. Also, with the backwards treadmill, it's like at an incline. This feels like I'm going backwards on a flat surface under resistance, which is just slightly different, but still enough to make a difference in how your quads feel. Also, because of the workout yesterday, which was mostly legs, my legs are actually quite exhausted. Anyway, pushing the sled back, standard procedure. Backward, forward, quads, glutes, hits everything. Supersetting the sled with a kettlebell juggle complex, I guess. So, flip under the leg, press, switch, under the leg, press, switch, right press. I missed my kettlebell at home. This feels not as good as the one I have at home, but it gets the job done. But yeah, that's the circuit I'm doing for now. I'm gonna do a couple more sets and let's see where we go from there. So for the next circuit, doing single arm rows one way and then just gonna do a standard push back. Single arm rows alternated. I really feel a good contraction with this in my lats. I'm also able to use my whole body as a unit rather than just isolate the back. Learning to generate force from all the muscles in my body. Versus just creating isolated strength. It's good to be able to put it all together. Anyway, with the kettlebell, doing so I'm gonna do a deadlift, a row, jump back, swing under the leg, snatch, drop down, let it come forward, jump back, deadlift, row, jump back, flip under the leg, snatch, back down. I got ahead of myself. Supposed to start here. Okay. Deadlift, row, jump back. Why am I messing this up? I'm getting ahead of myself. Like I'm thinking of the next movement that is to come and then rushing it. Blooper reel. But I'm glad no one was back there. I'm back up. I'm leaving all those mistakes in. Okay, there you go. That was a clean rep. There, row, and back. I did same hand that time. So I'm gonna switch hands. There, left, row, jump back. Same hand catch. My coordination is a bit off right now. Too many people walking by. Too many people walking by and I can't really focus on the sequence of events. But that's what I'm doing. Here's another set of the kettlebell thing. Hopefully without mistakes. So, starting off with a deadlift, a row, jumping back, into a swing, into a snatch. Come back down, jump back forward, deadlift, row, jump back, swing, snatch, down, jump forward. and repeat for 3 each side. Last one. Yeah, that was a good set of that. I'm gonna do this for a bit, then let's see what happens. So I saw this exercise being done on Instagram today. His page is human, HUMAN .MVMNT. So human movement, but without, I guess, some of the vowels. It's like a front squat, the front Cossack squat. And I wanted to try them to test my mobility. And I did a bunch of like Cossack squats yesterday. So, I don't know. Felt pretty strong yesterday, so I want to try it out today. This is what that looks like. So, using the barbell in a front squat position and keeping the feet wide and slightly pointed out, then leaning down. Whoa. And then repeat on the other leg. Gonna try and get 3 each side. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, that was hard. All right, I think I got one more in me. All right, wish me luck. But yeah, that was pretty good. Finishing off the workout with some lower abs and hip flexor work. Oh. Going for 10 to 15 each leg. That was 13. We're gonna try and match that on the other side. Movement is good, great for the hip flexor and lower abs. Essentially, you're training how to pick up your leg under resistance, which in theory should make it easier for you to lift your feet up off the floor, which should allow you to walk and run faster. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for a bit before I hop in the sauna. So, spent about 40 minutes in the sauna with like 10 minutes of break. Went in and out and took a 15-pound kettlebell with me, with which I did some tib stuff, some forearm stuff, and just a few curls and tricep extensions. Just 5 reps, superset it to, I guess, get the heart rate high. I also did some mobility stuff, some ATG split squats on an elevated surface, some hamstring stretches, stuff like that. Anyway, so my bus isn't going to be here for another 30 minutes or so, posing time. I also haven't done this in a few days, so probably good to do this. I'm gonna keep my headphones on so that my hair doesn't like flail around. That being said, I feel a little bloated, and I don't know why. It's either in my head or I'm really bloated. I've been doing a lot of abs, and sometimes when I do a lot of abs, there's like leftover like inflammation or whatever, and that always seems to give the abs a more bloated look than it should. But that being said, I'm cramping. I also drank a lot of water. So I had 4 liters of water, and then I refilled it and went into the sauna, and I had about 3/4 of that. So 7 liters of water, and then I drank water before I even came into the gym. So that's a lot of water. But I also sweat really easy. So I don't know. Maybe all of that has something to do with the bloated feeling, but seemingly in the camera, I'm not that bad. That being said, like my lower 6-pack or the 8th pack is starting to come in, so that's kind of cool. Need to keep at it. The leak's not looking too shabby. Let's go into so my last couple of back pictures, I don't think I do the black spread wrong. I used to be good at getting the back or the lat spread. I don't know. I hope this is good. Oh. And then let's do the traditional side, or my traditional side, my trademark side. Let's try. Okay, this one. How's that? Cramp. Fuck, cramp. Oh, cramp. Okay. Alright, one last pose, otherwise I'm gonna, get so tight. Alright, what do I do? I don't know. Maybe a couple more. Let's do that. Front double. Then that one that I like to do. Let's do. Oh, my arms are actually looking quite big. Let me do the other side too. That's it. I'm exhausted. Okay. But yeah, that's it for today's video. See you all tomorrow.